Wisconsin Republican Party Chairman Brian Schimming says a lot of factors contributed to turning out the vote. Schimming says that included the dedication to election integrity, field organizations, and their large volunteer network.
Proud of our effort. I'm proud of my staff. I'm proud of all our volunteers, thousands and thousands of volunteers across the state. There were a lot of people who didn't think we could do this. As I mentioned before, we are statistically the most competitive of the 7 swing states, and that blue brick and that blue wall is now red.
Schimming also said the early vote was a key factor for Republicans.